Welcome to the Voices in Vet podcast with Alan's Training. I'm your host, Taylor Leeson, and this is our very first episode. And today I'm joined by Rob Allen, the CEO of Alan's Training. Alan's Training is one of Australia's largest family-owned and operated registered training organisations. Welcome, Rob.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, can you give us just a quick overview of who you are as the CEO of Alan's Training and who Alan's Training is as well?
Alan's Training is, as you said, a family-owned and operated RTO, or registered training organisation, who specialises in third-party arrangements or partnerships for people to be able to run their businesses throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
Alan's Training has been around for almost 25 years.
Wow.
It's founded by Jim and Helen Allen, who also happen to be my parents.
It's amazing.
So we've certainly kept it in the family.
Mm-hmm.
With my three brothers also involved in the business, which is great to have that family feel. And we've also had our partners work in the business as well. So really keeping that family dynamic, and that's something we're really proud of. So I've been involved in the vet industry for over 10 years. So I had a little break in between.
Mm-hmm.
I was working with Alan's Training and then had a short break overseas, and then come back and join the fold, and have in this tenure I've been back about 7 years. So I've seen many different aspects of the business, and especially started for those early days. How much it's changed today.
You were really able to see the business grow from the humble beginnings to what it is now.
No, absolutely, and humble beginnings is right. We've now got about 48 staff, but originally it started with just Jim and Helen delivering courses in Goulburn, New South Wales. Jim's a career paramedic, so he was out delivering the courses on his days off when they could set up the courses. And then Helen, who was initially very much a part-time, only dedicating 3 hours a week to the business from the spare bedroom, much like many businesses start.
Many do, yes.
So from the spare bedroom on a desktop computer and one printer, and none of the technology that we see today. So to see where we are now with such a large staff and the technological advances within the industry has been amazing. So.
Yeah. Can you take us back to the beginning a little bit more? What was happening in the training space at the time when Alan's first started?
Yeah, absolutely. Training landscape was very different back then. There certainly wasn't as many providers as there are today.
Yep.
It was certainly a lot harder. Back in those days, you would have to run a course, complete your paperwork, mail it back in. So sometimes paperwork got lost, which was not great. It was almost archaic for someone as young as you.
Yeah, mailing paperwork, that is beyond my wildest dreams.
So they identified a gap in the market in the local area to deliver courses, and it started, one course a month. 2 courses a month, once a week.
Definitely like a slow burn.
Oh, 100%. And that's generally how most businesses operate. So, but the training space, as I said, the landscape was very different back in those days.
What do you think set Alan's apart in those early days?
Look, Alan's Training was sort of founded on some core principles, and we still live by that today, and that was quality training, focusing on what the end result is for the student that's completing the course.
Yep.
And that's really leaving the course with confidence. So those days used to be a 2-day course.
A 2-day course for first aid.
Yep.
Wow.
2 full days. Then it evolved into a 1-day course, and that involved with a workbook, a paper-based workbook that would have to be mailed out. A student needed to complete that prior to coming to the day, and then would have to present it. The trainer would have to mark it to ensure that all the theory components were answered, and then would take them through the practical day in a full day. So that's what we sort of see today with our online work.
Yeah, no mailing out the paperwork and completing it beforehand. That's very different.
No, look, Australia Post do a great job, but over the years, some of the items have gone missing. So
I could imagine, just like most parcels from time to time. As the business grew, what were some of the defining moments that shaped its direction?
That's a really good question. there certainly has been a few key things. So the advancement of technology has certainly been a huge driver in growth, and that's mainly to do with our user management system that we've developed over time, which is Training Desk, and that's our one-stop shop for partners, students, and our admin team to operate in. And it just streamlines everything. So technology's certainly been our friend.
Yes.
As far as growth, but possibly the number one contributor was our partnerships program.
Yep.
Initially, we started to do training as a training provider, and then we're able to reach out to other businesses and other organisations to deliver training in their local communities as well. So sort of went further afar. That started quite slowly.
Yeah.
With 1 and 2, and then went to 5 and 10, and now we're well into the hundreds of third party providers.
10 would have seemed like a huge number back then, and then now being well into the hundreds is just, how do you wrap your head around those numbers?
No, absolutely, and initially it started with a very small team. So, having another third-party provider, a single third-party provider, added an additional workload and different elements to how we operated. So to then be able to operate as we went down the road, so to speak, with multiple third-party providers and ensuring that they were also delivering the same course, the same content, with the same passion as what we were doing in Goulburn as well. So,
what is a third-party provider? What does it look like? Like, what do they do? How does that kind of work? I know we've mentioned it a few times, but how does it actually work?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's their own business, their own training business. However, we provide all the support to allow them to deliver the quality training.
Okay.
So that's with systems, that's with policy. Our system Training Desk just does that all for them. So essentially they can run their own training business in their local communities and make their local community safer. They can, at their workplaces, deliver training under their name using our resources, our systems.
So they're able to have their own small business but use all of Alan's Training's resources and make it easier for them to deliver training and to be a small business, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really gives people an opportunity to find that work-life balance, grab their destiny by the hands and do what they want to do in their local community. So it allows people a secondary income.
Yep.
Because a lot of our people are professionals that work in emergency services, nurses,
paramedics.
Yep. A lot of surf lifesavers, and then we also have a wide variety of sectors that utilise this as a partnership. So into mining, into the home and community care. A really wide, diverse cross section of the community have an ability to run their own business without all the hassles of what running a registered training organisation brings, and that's compliance.
Yep.
We have a dedicated team of in our course development and compliance departments that are constantly reviewing our products and ensuring that they meet the industry needs, which is vital, because there's no point running training if it's not meaningful to that industry.
Yep.
We've got a great team of people that can help our partners grow their business. So in our business development department. Yep. So essentially we give them the tools to run their own race and create their business and provide that training in their communities.
I want to touch on as well what you mentioned about that businesses can actually as well be a third-party provider. I think that's very interesting and a different take, that some businesses could actually be do their own internal training.
It's not that outward-facing training delivery. So there's larger companies with a wide workforce that require that training can actually reduce their training spend, can contextualise the training to their environments, their job sites.
They can really customise it and make it personal to what they are as a business, really.
Yeah, and it means the training becomes meaningful.
Yep.
And allows the student to be confident and competent within the workplace. So, not only are they able to really dial into their specific industry, they can actually reduce their training spend, and what that means is they can actually train more people, which makes the workplace safer. So, it's a really good opportunity for those larger businesses.
Very interesting to know, because it's not something you would think about initially if you're looking at starting a third-party partnership. Now, I know you mentioned earlier that you've been back on when you've done your second stint for 7 years or so. When you stepped into leadership, what felt most important to preserve from your parents' foundation?
The foundation that they've laid and the culture within Allen's Training is crucial to how we operate. We're a family-owned business, as we've said, and we treat our staff like family. We treat our partners like family. We refer to it as the Allen's Training family.
Yes.
So just ensuring that culture is at the forefront of everything we do is just vital for our businesses to succeed. As we've evolved, and we could have went down the corporate the way, but it's just not how we see the business should be run. We genuinely care about people. And that goes all the way through to our students. We genuinely care about the outcomes. If they're doing training with us or one of our third-party providers, they're walking out of that classroom. They've got an opportunity to better their life through employment, make a difference to someone else's life. When it really dials down to it, they could change whether someone survives an incident. In an emergency situation. So we genuinely care about the outcomes of our students' lives and giving them that quality training and confidence to be able to move forward.
To do that training when training is needed, especially it's a similar known fact that most of the time if you're going to do CPR or something on someone, it's going to be a loved one. So having those skills that the students can walk out of the classroom confident.
Yeah, absolutely right. It generally is likely to be a loved one that you'll be helping out, and that's important because, as we said, it does come back to family, and that's a very big part of it.
Yeah. You mentioned it's a family-owned and operated business. Is it just you that's working in the business? Is there any other family working in the business?
Very much the family's all involved, from Jim and Helen who founded the business. Something interesting is they actually started Allen's Training after they'd separated.
That is a very interesting fact.
Which is quite unique, that they were better business partners than partners. So you don't see that too often in today's society.
No, you don't. And that's a very interesting fact. I did not know that about Allen's Training.
And they both still serve as directors today. But to your point, I have 3 brothers that are currently working in the business on various roles. So we have Jimmy, Ben, and Dave, who are all on board. We've all, went and searched out a career and found our way back. And some of our wives and girlfriends have also been in the business as well. And then we also have our stepmother, Marty, who's been in the business for a long time and has been a driver with our user management system. So it's a very much a family-oriented...
It's a very much a family-orientated business and family feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And, look, we have my niece and nephews, they pop by the office from time to time. We get them involved, and as well as all the staff's children come, from day to day. It's almost after school finishes. You usually see 1, 2, or 3 kids in the foyer as well. So
I think that's very important, especially in today's day and age and society, that Allens still have that family operated and family feel. You don't see that too much sometimes, especially given it could have gone one of 2 ways in the RTO space. I think that's really quite important and quite unique about Allens. People think of Allens today. What do you hope that they associate it with?
Look, quality training, quality resources, quality systems. The fact, the responsibility on Allens Training and ensuring that we are doing the right thing isn't lost on us, because we know that not only is our business at risk of being closed down if we're doing the wrong things, that means our staff don't have jobs, our partners don't have businesses. So whilst we're very compliant forward, and that's a vital part of our business and what we do, we want to be supportive.
Yes.
We want to grow our staff. We want to grow our partners. We want our students to walk out of each and every course that they do with confidence. So I think when it comes to training, people don't necessarily remember the enrollment process. They don't remember the pre-course work. They don't. But what they do remember is how they felt on the day of the training. And if we can get every student walking out with confidence, and just being genuinely happy with the outcome they've received, that's amazing for us, and that's sort of what I hope that students are getting out of every time they do a course with us.
So you hope that students get the quality out of training, and that is one thing that you hope that if people think of Allen's training, they think of the quality aspect, that they're getting quality training, that they can walk out confident, that they have the skills to use.
Yeah, confidence is key. We really want, whilst the majority of our students won't know who Allen's training is, we want to put our partners at the forefront, especially in their local communities, because they're on the ground.
Yes.
It's crucial that we can give them a mechanism to be able to run their businesses.
Yep. To support them and help them when needed. Yep.
Yeah, and it's really just lifting up communities by supporting our partners.
You mentioned about supporting partners. What does that look like? How does Allen support their partners?
A number of ways. Like I said, our support staff is there to help them every step of the way from when they first are onboarded, all the way through to when there's a new feature released in our user management system training desk. Okay. Educating them on how to do it, because it really streamlines their business and their operations from day to day. We regularly run professional development days, or trainer reaccreditation days for our partners throughout the country. And that's an opportunity for trainers to come together and do their reaccreditation.
Yep.
But also talk to other trainers, because they all sort of share the same issues in class. So we do a range of those courses. We have a national conference, which we just had in October, just passed. That was where about 130, 140 of our trainers and partners flew to the beautiful Sunshine Coast where we're based for 2 days of learning. And that covered a wide variety of topics, from clinical aspects to in-course delivery, a few compliance-related topics, because we've just had the introduction of the new RTO standards last year. So a few things have changed. But yeah, again, a good way for partners and trainers to really interact directly with the Allen's training staff, with each other, network. One of the things we encourage is networking within our partners, because they can all learn from each other. What works in one region will certainly work in another region.
Yes.
So having that close collaboration is vital, and it really gives our partners and trainers that sort of support network where they can bounce ideas and share what works for them and what doesn't for various cohorts of students. So having those opportunities where we do come together to discuss training is amazing, and we welcome all of our partners and trainers to come to Noosa and visit and meet our team.
Yes.
Because there's some amazing people
And
behind
Noosa
us.
is the head office?
Noosa's the head office.
What a beautiful spot for a head office.
No, absolutely. And there certainly could be worse places. So we encourage people to come sit down with our team and discuss one-on-one how their businesses can grow.
Yeah.
which is an amazing thing. Yeah, we really love listening to our partners and trainers and trying to find solutions for them
Yep.
to refine their business. And that's, as I said, we use our system to automate a lot of things and streamline everything they
Yeah,
do.
I guess with PD days and the conference as well, especially if people are sole providers themselves, like they're the person that books the courses, does the training, like it can be very isolating. So being able to come to PD days or conferences, they're able to interact with more trainers as well. So to, and have someone in that space that they can talk about what works and what doesn't work, like you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. And the majority of our partners, whether they be a single operator working in a small regional town or one of our larger providers working across the metros around the country, all started small, like us.
Yep.
So to be able to learn from people that have walked the walk for our providers is an amazing thing, because we can all learn from each other.
Yes.
And once we stop learning from each other is the day that business will close. So it's about listening and engaging with people and trying to find solutions. And that's what we try to do, is to work with our partners to find solutions.
Yeah. So you did mention just before about Training Desk, your user management system. Can you dive a little bit deeper into what is actually Training Desk? What does it do? Everything like that for people that may not know what Training Desk is.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've invested heavily over the years on Training Desk. It's a custom built software for the way in which we run our business using third parties. We've over 6 or 7 years worked with the amazing team at Webinet, who's developed this software for us. It really is your one-stop shop for setting up a course, enrolling a student, sending out reminder emails about pre-course work, or even where the location of the course is. It's all custom branded to the third party, so it's really some ownership for them. It can set up booking calendars on partners' websites, so students can find a course that's best suited to them and book and enroll, pay, get their pre-course underway, and then show up on the day and go through whatever practical elements that they need to do. Has a wide range of resources, has a full facilitator guide for each product, and we've got hundreds of products, different courses, units of competency and course sets, and a couple of qualifications. Wow. So a partner can really just use this one piece of software and run their training business.
Yeah, from start to finish, like it's the one-stop shop for them, so they can put the course in, it's in the booking calendar, they can see it on the website, and then the student can book online, pay, it's all there, the enrollment's all there, they do all their pre-course online there. It's really the one-stop shop for the partners, and that's what they need, is just that one tool.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly helps. It goes a long way to run their business.
Yep.
Of course, they'll need some other pieces of software to operate, but really from the training point of view, it really is all they need. Like I said, we've customized it, and that's by listening to our partners, their suggestions over the years, and we've developed various features based on their feedback, and we value that.
Yeah.
Because they're on the ground day in, day out.
Yeah. So they can see the problems or difficulties that they're having, so they're able to let Allens know what difficulties they're having, and potentially they're able to look at it and develop something.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, we're trying to find solutions.
Yep.
What might be a little niggle one day is fixed the next day, and it's a seamless operation.
So you mentioned streamlining the partners' processes. How does Training Desk help them streamline their course on the day?
Leading up to the course, the student gets their reminder emails about the venue.
Are they automatic reminders, or do they have to go in and send them themselves?
No, they're automated.
Okay.
So 2 days out before the course, show up, make sure that you're at this address at this time. Yeah. On the day of the training, it's we've added some digital aspects into it. So we've developed a Training Desk app.
Okay.
that students can download, and it actually houses all their certificates that they've completed with us. But they're also able to use that as a digital sign-in as they get to the
It's
venue.
very important in this day and age, is the digital aspect and being able to digitally sign in and not paper-based.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's we're going into the digital age, but also for the environmental aspects of
Yep.
printing and paperwork and the things like that. We can also do a digital sign-in through tablets or whatnot on the day as well.
Okay.
We've also developed a way in which courses can be 100% paperless.
Wow.
So it's full digital in-course. So that's using the student's device, laptop, phone, tablet, to be able to complete any theory assessments in course. So it's really an amazing tool for partners on the day, and it just helps with the trainers, because they have full access to see where their students are at. If a student's struggling to answer a particular question, for example, they can view that in real time and provide that assistance to that student, who may be struggling. And that's what it's about. It's about lifting all the students up.
That's a huge helpful tool for the trainers to be able to see where the students are up to. And then if someone is stuck on a question, being able to give them extra assistance without making a big deal about it either, or singling out students,
Yeah.
to be able to see that there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the feedback we've had from it is from a student's point of view is because, as you know, when you're in a crowd of people that you may not know, you sometimes don't want to put your hand up.
Oh, yeah, I completely understand.
So, for a trainer to be able to see that in real time and provide that guidance and assistance is an amazing tool.
Yeah. And as well, you mentioned about the 100% online courses, like the amount of paperwork that would save too. The environment, that's also very environmentally friendly, having the 100% like digital sign-in, digital course. What happens after the course though with the certificate?
Yeah. So once a course is completed and everything's signed off and the students met all the requirements for both the theory and for the practical elements, a trainer can go through and process the course. It gets sent to our team here to review and issue the certificates, and they get issued electronically as well.
Okay.
And as I said, they either sit in the app or they sit in the student portal for the student to access, and they're able to forward that on to their employer should they need
Yeah,
to.
so it's a digital certificate as well. And is it a fast turnaround time for the certificate, generally speaking?
Yeah, absolutely. So usually people want the certificate yesterday.
Yep.
It's important to be able to process those certificates in a timely manner to get those sent out. So, we issue hundreds, if not thousands, of certificates a day. It's very quick and seamless. And the students notified by email that their certificates are available for download, and they can do what they want with it from there. So
Sounds like Training Desk is the one-stop shop for partners, and I don't think there's anything else out there like this. It sounds very unique and very unique talent.
yeah, whilst there's other products that do similar things, ours is bespoke and we can control the updates on that.
Yep.
So when there's a change within industry, we can quickly adapt.
Yep.
And build a new feature or tweak a change here and there. So
Yep.
Having that adaptability and to be able to do it quickly is amazing.
It's huge, especially with the way technology is going at the moment and how fast technology is changing in this year alone, but this day and age, like to be able to change your system like that would be a huge advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're very right. It's very much an evolving space in technology with the introduction of AI and the speed and which things are changing. So to be able to be on top of those things as new technologies,
It's
released.
a huge advantage, really.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're very very proud of what we've done so far. But I'm really excited to see where we go in the future as well.
Definitely. Speaking of the future, how do you see the future of Alan's training? What do you see the future of Alan's training being?
Whilst things will change, the main focus of what we do and who we are won't change.
Yep.
Will still be that family feel organisation, but what we'll do is we'll grow with purpose.
Yep.
And our management team have a vast history in the vocational space. So to be guided by them and using technology to move forward, we want to grow our partners even further. We want to grow their businesses. And I think by doing it with the foundations that were established by Jim and Helen all those years ago, we're in good stead to do that.
Being able to help grow and assist partners to grow their business is something that is quite amazing that you offer, that you actually want to see the partners grow and that you support them and their achievements are also your achievements. It's coming back to, I guess, that family aspect. Going forward, what do you see the space of the podcast being and what conversations are going to be had on the podcast, do you think?
Very much that. So we want to get information out to our network and also further afar for other training providers that may not be with us. But the industry as a whole, we want to lift it up.
Yep.
So having for this podcast, we'll have industry experts. We'll have on vocational education, on clinical aspects, on what equipment, what technology, what has evolved, what's new to the market. So it's really going to be a whole range of the podcast series is just going to be a whole range of different aspects that will touch on all areas of the vet sector.
Sounds like there'll be some interesting and insightful conversations happening here on the podcast.
Yeah, hopefully. And we'll get some amazing guests in here to discuss all things vet.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Now, thank you so much, Rob, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And stay tuned for some interesting and insightful conversations we'll be having here on the Voices in Vet podcast.